All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
My name's Sebastian.
I hope you guys like the new logo. We worked really hard on that. Well, talking to my cousin and asking her to do it.
Is it up?
Well, it will be by the time this airs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then there's Tony.
So, if you missed the last show, a couple things happened. Sebastian was here. He was on an outing.
Here, you mean?
Is that what I said?
No, you said I was here.
Oh.
Like, that's not normal.
Nah, he was here. Wait. You're here now. You weren't here the last time.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is
been a
beginning.
long time since I've
This is
done this.
difficult right now. So he wasn't here. And Tony tipped him for not showing up. Because Tony liked to tip everybody.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second.
Let me start by saying the right thing done for the wrong reasons is not the right thing.
Oh. Team Mingo. Of course, he's your son. I mean, you know.
Well, he thinks just like me, dog. Look at him.
Ouch.
What? That's little me right there. So where'd you think you were going to go with that? So first of all, where were you last? I think you owe the listeners an explanation.
I was hanging out. Is that what they call it
Can
these
I
days?
not leave the house without getting grilled?
Here's
Because
the
I
thing.
don't leave the house normally?
Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
When we recorded 2 weeks ago, or last Friday.
Right.
Not
Friday before.
Yeah, the Friday before.
Was I there for that one?
Yeah.
When I was recording outside.
Yeah.
Your hair was a lot longer.
Yeah.
Did you get a haircut because you were going
Fuck
on
off.
a little
My hair is
date?
long enough.
Woo!
God, look at how red he is, boy.
My hair was long, like, that's the longest I've let it grow out in a while. And I know this is
And
gonna
you
sound like
had a
bullshit.
reason
Hold
to
on,
cut it.
let me talk. So, I cut my own hair. So, I have, the clippers that have the guards.
Uh-huh.
Well, the size that I used, the little clip broke on it, so it wouldn't sit on the clippers. So I needed to get a new set. So I got a new set. And just so happens the day before I went to go hang out, my clippers showed up.
Nice.
Or my guards showed up.
Just in time.
Yep.
So, but
I would call that your luck.
Did you say you had to order new clippers or just the guards?
No, just the guards.
so did you cut your hair the night you got the guards or the night you knew you were going out?
No, the day I got the guards.
Oh, okay. So it was just
Which
a
was
coinky dink.
Before Friday
Yeah.
night. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So,
So what you do?
Just we went to
who's
the
we?
mall. I left the house on my own. Yeah, because I do that so often because I like people enough.
You're a renegade.
Renegade, Jesus Christ! I don't know how to feel about that. We went to the mall. Then McDonald's, Target. Then we went to Cane's.
Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know you went all the way out.
Walmart. Yeah.
And you know what's funny is Milo used to go all the time. Not to Raising Cane's because he liked the chicken or whatever. And then me, Milo, and Sebastian went, well, there's a long drive for some chicken. I don't know if I'd be doing this. All of a sudden.
Here's the thing. Look, Milo does it every fucking night almost. Or used to. Used to do it almost every other night. I told her, I was like, I'm only going this one time. It's going to be a long time before I go again.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I said her.
Uh-huh. No, that's all right.
Oh, I thought that's what you were...
No, I was
gonna go
laughing
after
because
next.
you went there. You drove all the way to San Bernardino to get some
No, we went to Beaumont.
Beaumont to get
Well,
some.
yeah, I didn't know there was one day, maybe about a year ago, maybe not even that long. I was driving back from out of town, and I saw a sign that says Raising Cane's right off the freeway, like right there in Beaumont. I was like, oh wow, they got one out here.
They're gonna put one here in Palm Springs.
Really?
Yeah, they put the hiring thing out for the one in Palm Springs already.
Wow. My daughter is into it because when she went to school in Irvine, I guess there was one over there, and that was like the hangout spot.
Yeah.
And she took us there. We went to visit her once, and I wasn't impressed. I'm willing. I want to give it another chance because I think she hyped it up so much,
Right.
and it was a letdown.
I think for me the sauce was a letdown.
Oh, yeah.
I would much rather if I took I would take a pack of Arby's sauce onto that chicken. That shit would be banging.
I don't remember a sauce, to be honest with you.
The dipping sauce for the chicken?
Oh, I'm a sandwich guy. I don't do tenders or nothing.
Oh.
And I don't remember. Do they have? Is it like a bucket of chicken like KFC or? I don't even
No,
remember.
it's like I almost called it the Kung Fu Panda, the Panda Express. Wow, that's fucked up. The Panda Express, like to go, like foam container.
That, I mean, how do they serve the chicken though? Is it tenders?
Yeah, like tender, yeah.
I got
or
a sandwich.
fingers.
I know that for sure.
Okay, yeah, they do fingers, not tenders. Because to me, tenders are like the chicken nugget sized.
Okay.
Fingers are the longer ones,
Okay.
and that's what they serve.
I see tenders and tenders and fingers as the same thing.
And they do like 4, 6, and 9 or something like that.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Tenders and fingers are the same thing. It's nuggets. That
Nuggets
are
are the little.
All right.
Finally,
I'll take it on
I got
that.
them against you this tonight. Anyways,
Did I tell you rent's going up? I just kidding.
Did I tell you I'm moving out?
man, you had a really good first night.
Yeah, right.
Already shacking up.
Fuck no.
So
I'm not
hold on
going
a
there.
second.
Hell no.
Hold on.
We hadn't moved on yet. I had faith that you two were going to grill me for at least a half hour.
I mean,
so,
cool.
Continue.
So you ate at McDonald's and then you had another meal?
We got fries at McDonald's because that's where her cousin wanted to go before we dropped her off. And then,
Oh, so you dropped her cousin off that was with you, and then you and her went.
yes.
Hold on, her cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Hold on. What are you confused about?
For some reason, I thought your cousin was friends with her.
Yes.
That's how you
used
go.
to be. So you explain the story?
Kind of.
Okay. So yeah, that's how I know you know. Yeah, my cousin used to be friends with her. They fell out, so then she hit me back up. It was like, we
To hang
should
out.
be- Yeah,
to be friends.
yeah.
They say she's just a friend. Baby, she's got what I need.
So
That was all over the place.
Is your cousin going to be mad because you went out with her? Because
We're gonna find out at some point.
Dun dun dun.
And honestly, I don't. I'm an adult. She's an adult.
Hey, I know love is love.
Look, we have a pool being put in. They're all gonna forget about all the drama that ever happened
Probably
pre-pool.
not. Probably not.
Um.
I wonder how this one's gonna react.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave that one alone. Figure that one out later.
What?
We'll talk about that. That one's off the air.
The show comes first.
Wow.
Well, we gave you just like a tidbit of it, but I stopped them enough to whoa, Nelly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But let's get okay. I mean, because I'm just remembering, the dating times, dating my wife, of course, and how you would go out and then late at night go get something to eat. I remember those days. Those days were great. So
Right.
I want to hear more.
So, like when you went to go, did you guys grab the food and then sit in the parking lot and eat it there?
Well, they can't eat there.
Well, I get that, but
Beaumont's an hour away, so
Michael,
It ain't
Or
no
like that.
hour away.
however long it is.
I mean, I have a problem driving to Palm Desert. To me, that's an hour away. But I know Beaumont ain't no hour away.
By what, 45
Especially
minutes?
at
Half hour?
21 years old.
yeah,
That's like a
should be
hot-
about half hour, but it's about 45 minutes probably.
20 minutes.
It's were they busy?
No. It wasn't as busy as when we went.
When we went, it was back to like the first sign when you make that
I've never
turn
been.
into the.
I've never been.
It
You
wasn't
just,
that
you
long
just
of a
told
wait.
us you went.
I went to one in Irvine, California, where my daughter went to school.
Oh, you just saw the sign for the one in Beaumont,
Yeah,
but
not
you
too
didn't
long
go.
ago, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that one is new. And the reason I say that is because my daughter, she studied abroad one summer, like 3 summers ago. And we had to pick her up. She came in at midnight, LAX, because, it's an international flight.
Right.
And when she got back, she wanted to go to Raising Cane's because she was hungry.
Right.
So when we were coming back, I had to take a detour to, either Ontario or Riverside because I didn't know there was. I went to the one that I knew was open
Right.
because I had seen it, and it took us way out of our way. So I didn't get home till 3 in the morning or something like that. And I'm like, man, for some chicken, but I didn't. I'm hoping that Beaumont one wasn't there because
How long ago was it?
3 years ago, maybe.
No, I don't think it was there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all in the brand new section.
Okay.
Of what they got going on over there. And hopefully the one here will be done soon. But if not, you got that what is it, crunchy chicken at the gas station. We can get you this. It's supposed to be just like
Okay,
it.
look, we can't talk shit because we eat gas station pizza and chicken.
I wasn't talking shit.
Tenders.
Oh, yeah,
That's good. That's good
right.
chicken.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, no.
I don't think I've had that before, so we need to have that.
Do you know where in Palm Springs is going up?
No, you know what? I didn't get that.
Because there's a spot in Palm Springs.
You'd like
South
them to
Palm
put it at?
Springs. No, I would like a Chick-fil-A to go there. It's a abandoned Coco's by the Smoke Tree Center.
You know, I would like if they put a Chick-fil-A there, and they gave you you could order Chick-fil-A like they do in Albuquerque with the green chili.
chilies.
Oh man, that shit is so bomb, dog.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Why would you make Chick-fil-A even worse by doing that?
Yeah.
Tripping. Raising Cane's, Palm Springs. Here we go. Stand by. Raising Cane's, Palm Springs, California. Last updated in February. It doesn't tell me where it's going to be, though. Stand by.
Okay.
That's all he needed.
Yeah, they don't have that. They don't have it on here, dude. I don't know.
All right. So let's get back to the date. Come on.
Okay, what? What do you want to know?
I mean, see,
Did
I
you
don't
have
know.
Did you have fun? Was there
Well, yeah.
any hand holding? Was there any kind of?
You wouldn't like that. I told you how it was. I don't know why you're trying to blast it all over like that.
Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's so clueless.
What time did you get home?
Like 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning?
Yeah. Because we got to Kane's late.
He never gets home at 2 in the morning. He was home before 2 in the morning on his 21st birthday.
That wasn't my fault. They stopped us from drinking. You guys said, fuck that. We're not going to stay here if we can't drink. Mm-hmm. That wasn't my fault. Mm-hmm. Not that I would have stayed out till 2, but...
So you're not going to give us any more than
She
nothing?
kept telling me she didn't want to leave yet, so I was like, okay, well, fine. We sat in like 7 different parking lots.
You didn't drive her
Around.
up by the tram? You know how they have the little...
No, we're doing that next week.
There's
nice.
there's little parking lots on the way up to the
Yeah, I
tram.
know, we've been there. I think, right? That's where those pictures are from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just don't go up 74. There's a lover's lane there, but it's that drives a nasty
There
little
used to
drive.
be a spot in Andreas Hills, South Palm Springs. Mm-hmm. If you went all the way to the back where the homes are, like you start, it starts going up.
Right.
Elevation starts going up, and the street, it's like a roundabout. If not a roundabout, but you can go up one way and come back down the other.
Okay.
And when you go all the way to the top, it's like a desert on one side, and the homes are on the left side.
Okay.
So there used to be this trick that when you make that left, because you could only go left, and if you stopped it at the correct angle,
Yeah.
the passenger couldn't open the door because of the weight of the door, because the vehicle was angled.
You know the Me Too movement, right? Tony, like,
Oh, shit.
hold on now. These are just stories you heard, though, right?
Good times. Did you hear the latest one?
Which one?
The Me Too?
Oh,
Marilyn Manson.
man, they need to quit with all that. Hey, come on. Like,
Especially that dude.
right? Like, you a freak anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
y'all
yeah,
had a saying for it. I'm
yes,
sure
you-
all you were yelling Alabama.
Yeah, you knew what you were getting hooking up with him.
Right.
I get that, yes.
I don't think you can call that on Marilyn Manson. Maybe some of the other dudes, like, okay, yeah, maybe, okay.
Well, you could call it on Marilyn Manson now because it's the movement.
Right.
So everybody's getting called out. But yeah, dude, he's in for it.
That's terrible. There should be some. Well, I'm talking about it. Can we talk about it? Should we talk about it?
Why
Should there
can't
be
we?
a limit as to when they could?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
statute of limitations?
Yeah.
I mean, legally, can they do anything? Probably not. But
they're just trying to ruin
it's
his
the cancel
career.
culture.
It's ridiculous.
And it is getting real. I mean, his career is pretty much over anyways. I mean, not that, but it's just...
He hasn't put out an album in years.
Yeah,
It's not like-
I mean, he's peaked already. He's on the down. He's on the downside, so he's made his money and he's all right. But yeah,
he's starting to look more like the dude with a sickle. What's that?
Sickle.
Yeah, with the black hood and all black death. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, the Grim Reaper?
There you go. He's starting to look more like the Grim Reaper than...
I thought you were
Marilyn
talking
Manson.
about that one movie.
That's what he was too. I don't know what it's called, but I know where you're at.
It's like straight black hair.
Yeah.
I wish
The Crow?
No.
Oh.
Baba Gosh?
So I could see that.
Baba Gash?
Baba
Something like
Yaga?
that?
I don't know.
Babacock.
Yeah, the one about the guy downstairs or in a book or some shit, right? Babcock? Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
Babadook.
Babadook or something
about.
like that. Yeah.
Like Marmaduke with a B.
But yeah,
We'll
I mean,
get there.
his record label dropped him. He's done. I mean, not that he wasn't done before, but he's done for a while at least.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. You gonna send him a tip? Tell him thank you for all the records he put out.
He's not going to let you forget that. You know that, right?
Well, we got to bring it back up because that was the whole thing last time. Was he wanted to see if he was right or I was right?
Okay, before I
Defend yourself?
no, not defend myself. Give you what the feedback I got.
Right?
Let's hear what Sebas has to say about it.
Okay.
So I thought I made it pretty clear earlier. I said a good decision made for the wrong reason is a bad decision.
And when you say the bad reason was,
Is you're doing it because just in case later on, what if something happens?
but again, why do you say I did that for that reason?
Because that's what he told me you said.
Oh, you didn't hear the episode?
No.
Oh,
He's not going to listen to it. He's not on it.
He's not wrong. I do have quite the ego.
oh, then dog,
I can't answer.
No, you cannot answer.
I
So
took
that
his
was-
you
word.
got one. Oh,
That was the whole thing. He said, look.
No, that
Tony.
was not the whole.
Tony.
Oh my!
That was a
God.
whole argument about the haircut thing.
No, there was two arguments. Number one, why are you even tipping people?
Yeah.
Okay, and number two,
blows my mind.
because there was that addition to the tip to this one particular person
Right.
that so it was two arguments. But the initial not argument, the initial discussion
Right.
was the fact that and one of the pieces of feedback I got we'll talk about right now was the tipping of people who in a sense I employ.
So, okay, that's great. I that's great that you do that.
Now it's great.
I don't have a problem with not with people
Hold
not with people that work for you.
What,
Yeah.
a barber works for me?
No, that's different.
You tip
He's
your
not-
barber.
He's not on
You
your
dirty
employment.
bastard.
Yeah, you tip your barber.
He's not on your employment. Yeah, I don't give him a fucking Christmas bonus.
Wait a minute.
We're talking about your Christmas bonus thing.
Hold on a second.
What?
He services you.
Well, no, he don't. I don't know what kind
He
of barber you
performs
go
a
to.
service for you.
Correct.
So for that time being, he's under your employment.
No,
You hired him to do a job.
no.
You didn't?
Legally,
No, that's-
yes.
no, that's
Legally,
different.
Hold on a
yes.
second. Hold on. Seabass?
Yeah.
Somebody got
If
in
you
his,
go
somebody,
in-
somebody got in his ear and gave him some shit to go back with.
Not
Right.
at all. Not at all. But hold on a second. I'm hiring you to cut my hair.
Yeah.
That person, for that time being, is working for you.
Yeah.
So, okay. If that's your true ideology, then you need to tip anybody that performs a service for you. So, like when you went to go buy your car, the guy that was selling you the car, you should give him a tip for being able to get you hooked up with that car and out the door with it.
No, because he's swindling you to buy more shit.
Junior is talking.
Go ahead.
Because he's swindling you to buy more shit.
Yes.
Why don't you
But he's
finance
still, but he's
it
still
this way?
providing a service for you because without him there, you wouldn't be able to buy it. Whether it's him or somebody else, he's still there to make sure that you receive the
No,
service.
because he makes commission
from-
off you.
That's
your-
different.
that's his
so
tip.
what?
Nope.
He still gets.
You're not gonna fight me on that one.
Sure. You still get paid normally. So what's the difference of getting a? That's their pay. because
Podcast audience, if
because
you could see the face that he's giving right now.
because
pissed.
people
He's
people
mad.
that
Oh, yeah.
because people that work at car lots, they get a monthly stipend until they start making commission, and once their commission goes over what they're allotted, that's what they get. So that's what he gets paid. He's not earning a commission, he's earning his wage.
He's
so
earning a
therefore
commission. That's why it's called a commission.
Therefore he should get a tip. Now, just
no,
like
no,
so,
no.
let's say somebody comes from
Okay, but
IID
no,
to work
no.
on your house. Or
Here's
Edison.
the thing.
My
I'm
tip is that I bring the car in for service.
I'm not disputing that what you're saying. If I say somebody's doing performing a service for me, I should tip them, which includes if I bought a car for somebody. Yeah, I'm not going to dispute that.
Okay.
But I choose not to do it.
Okay, so what's the difference between choosing it to do for them
Because the people I do it for, I see them on multiple occasions throughout the year, not just a one time.
So again, it's because you have that built in of I got to see him again. I'm gonna give him that way he remembers that I tipped him. He'll do it right again. That way I give him again.
We are
on.
establishing a relationship.
Hold on.
Throughout the year.
Hold on. How much do you pay for a haircut, Tony?
I'm like you. I cut my own hair, but this is in regards to my son.
So how much do you pay for a haircut?
$20.
How much do you pay for a fucking car? How much is?
Depends.
Okay, but is it above $20 by like
Yes, but
by a huge amount?
Yes, but your ideology, those are two different things. Because if I pay for a haircut, that goes directly to the person that I'm cutting their hair. When I buy a car, that goes to the dealership, not the person that's selling it to me.
Why are you gonna tip on something that costs that much? I threw like 20 grand on a car.
Yeah, because
Here, have a tip.
Because again, you're not tipping the person that you're buying the car from, the company. You're tipping the person that helped you get the car. There's a difference.
You just said the same thing twice.
No, I didn't. Listen to what I said.
Say it again, then.
When you buy the car, you're buying it from the dealership.
Say exactly what you said again. You're not tipping the person you bought the car from. You're tipping the person that helped you buy the car.
Right.
That's literally the same thing you said over again.
Right, because what I'm saying is the person that I bought the car from, the dealership.
The company you bought the car from.
Right. Sorry, I forgot. It's got to be exactly.
Okay, well, tell me that's not the same fucking thing over again.
It's not the same fucking
yes,
thing.
Yes, it
over.
is.
No,
the person you bought the car from.
Okay, so
I love being fucking right because
you're not right.
Yes, I am.
No, you're being fucking. It's got to be exactly. It's got to fit in this fucking box. I can't think of that. I can't think outside of that.
Because if somebody else heard you say that, they thought the same thing that I did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they would have.
Go ahead and send us an email, minglesmadhouse@yahoo.com if you thought that shit. And then on this, when I was telling you about the waitresses, I was right.
Oh. We gotta okay. Kind of we're in one mode right now.
Come on now.
Okay. So back to the people that perform a service for me. When we establish that relationship annually, that's who gets. And here's one of the pieces of feedback I got that my nephew told me I may have worded it wrong.
Okay.
I should not have said tip. I should have said Christmas bonus.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said
okay.
Christmas bonus.
I did, but he did say that. But he says I should have stuck to the Christmas bonus. Because when we say tip, we're referring to what we give every time they perform that service, the barber. We're talking about the barber for conversation's sake.
Right.
Every time we get a haircut, we tip them. At Christmas, I give him a bonus, as I would as employees receive a bonus from their employers.
But like I told you on the last podcast, and maybe that's what everybody missed, is, okay, so you give them a bonus.
Yes.
That's not the bad part. The bad part is hey, I gave him the bonus just in case later on I may need him to help me out.
You see, that's where you're wrong.
Where am I wrong? How am I wrong?
I give him the Christmas bonus because I appreciate what he's done for me. I said this specifically because I appreciate it.
That's not what you said. You said because in the back of my head, I'm thinking if my son needs him.
I said that as an addition to My initial statement.
No,
I did say that.
Yeah, but you're splicing hairs, Tony.
No, I'm not. I said.
Hold on, let's wait till Sebastian gets back because he'll be the voice of reason on
Okay,
it.
cool. So what did he have to say about his little date? Did he enjoy himself?
Yeah, he said he had a good time. They hung out and they went out. I think they hung out again the next day.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Good for him.
But then the day after that, he had to go back to work and he didn't see her. So I don't know exactly where that leaves him. I think he went to go have dinner in the oven, so he went to go check it. I think that's what he's doing. That or he went to the bathroom. So I don't know how long he's going to be gone. Okay, good.
He's back. We got to stop talking about him.
So
I have every faith that you guys were.
So here's where Tony's trying to split hairs.
No, I'm not trying to split hairs.
Let him talk. I'll figure out where he's bullshitting.
So during the podcast, Tony said he used two different verbiages for the same thing, kind of like I just did. You said it was different, or whatever.
You got to put the knife back in the wound.
No,
huh?
I'm just throwing it out there because these are different than what I did, but it's anyways. He said he gives his barber a Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, around Christmas, his son goes in there with a Christmas card and gives it to his barber.
Saying, okay, and he actually says something.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I appreciate what you've done for me this whole entire year. You're always making me look nice and faded up. Thank you for all you do.
He also used the word tip. Every Christmas, I tip him out. I give him a tip.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Can we confirm what I said, though? Thank you, Mr. Barber, for this past year's haircuts. I appreciate every time you fade me up, you do it correct.
And then he said, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, should I give him that $25 if I'm running late one day? I can go in there and I give him $25.
See, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
That is not what I said.
You said, I hope he'll remember me and he'll still take care of me.
Exactly. What I said was, in the back of my head, not my son's, in the back of my mind, me personally, okay? In addition to me saying, hey, thank you for this, in the back of my mind, I don't say it to anybody. In the back of my mind, I say, it's quite possible that
you never said it's quite
Let
possible.
him go. Let him go.
Well, but
let him
okay.
go.
But he's buttering.
Let him go.
Okay, forget
Jesus
it's not
Christ.
quite possible. In the back of my mind, I tell myself, if I'm ever in a jam and I need to get a haircut and I don't have an appointment or what have you, and I show up and say, look, I'm in a bind. I need a fade real quick because I'm going on a date and it just came up.
Ooh, you're
I'm
making me
hoping-
mad.
Yeah, I was going to say with your wife who's been with you for that long.
My son. So I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he's at a crossroad. This guy doesn't have an appointment. I can either fade him up or I can go home like I'm scheduled to. But I'm hoping that he might remember, you know what, this guy hooks me up every Christmas. Yeah, have a seat, I'll fade you up. No appointment. I should be on my way home, but you know what? You always take care of me. It's my turn to take care of you. What is wrong with that?
That's back to the whole, good to sit. Okay, I'll admit that you don't go into giving him a Christmas bonus with... Hold on. No. The card doesn't say, hopefully you'll remember me when
Nope,
I don't have an appointment.
not at all.
Let me go. I let you go. And I defended you from him. So you don't have that on the card. It's obvious you're not going to have that on the card. But I don't know. It's because you admit that you think that. So it's like...
That you have that intention.
Yeah.
That's there. It's in the
maybe
back of
not
your
the
mind.
intention in the front of your head, but that it's somewhere in your head like, fuck, if I don't have an appointment, hopefully he'll remember that I Christmas bonused him.
Yeah.
It's
And I don't have a problem with that.
kind of a moral toss-up. I see it as like it's a little closer on the immoral side. But
last week when he left, he had his tail between his legs about it. Said he wasn't going to tip nobody no more because I explained to him how bad it was for him to give a tip with that expectation of being able to. Oh man, hey, don't forget. Every Christmas. Every Christmas.
Okay.
But then he left and he got, people heard it and they started calling him and giving him. So go ahead. What did you say?
It's again. See, that's where I think we I understand your point of view, but I don't think you're understanding mine.
No,
I don't sit there and say, and let's keep in mind,
here.
we've never had to go and say, "Oh my
You
God,
never had
I'm
to
in a
call
bind."
that in?
Yeah, never had to call it in.
Call it in like that. That's
Well, that's just a
textbook fucking expectation.
no. Hold on a
I
second.
never had to call it in. That's
Okay,
like saying, hey, I'm gonna
my
give you this
apologies.
25
My
bucks for the
verbiage might be wrong. I'm just
No.
saying. All I'm saying is, when you are in the restaurant business,
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
This fucking
cool.
Sucks.
and let's say somebody that's always comes to you guys and he buys and he always tips.
He doesn't, but
Okay,
Continue.
say one customer that you always know, you always see him in there.
yeah.
You guys are cleaning up one night. He comes in. He got off of work late. He wants to get a sandwich, and he just walks in, knowing you guys are almost closed, and you guys are cleaning up. Would it be possible for you to say, "We're cleaning up, but this guy's a good customer. We're gonna go ahead and let's fire up the grill, guys."
Me being me, I would.
Okay, thank you. Now, he's not walking in saying, "Hey, guys, I come in here all the time. I tip half the time I don't, but I'm always here, you guys. I'm faithful to your company. I only like your food." He didn't come in there saying that. He just said, I just got off of work. I'm starving. You guys, can you hook me up with my favorite sandwich?"
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
hold on, real quick. I'm just going
Okay.
to interject real quick. It won't take me very long. The doors are still open. Why the fuck wouldn't they make them the sandwich anyways? If they were closed, the doors would be locked. So it's their fault for starting to clean up early anyways. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay, no problem. but it's one of those things that maybe they stopped serving a certain thing or cooking a
Yeah,
certain thing at a certain hour.
Oh, we do that for fucking people all the time. 10:30's past, and they're like, "I want breakfast."
Yeah, exactly. And they don't necessarily say, "Hey,"
Bitches ain't IHOP.
and they say, "Hey, I know I'm late. Can you guys hook that up?" And you might say yes, and you might say no. And he's not going to sit here and say, "No, you should do this because I'm a faithful customer. I always hook you guys up. It's time for you to hook me up." No, I'm not looking at it that way either. If I was in a bind with the barber and I said, "Hey, could you hook me up, fade me up? I got a date." If he says, "You know what? Sorry, I can't do it." Okay, you can't do it. Thanks for considering it, and I'm on my way.
You don't get a Christmas bonus this year, though.
No, he'll still
just
get a
going
Christmas bonus.
If it was,
Hey,
if it was,
still
if
get
it
the
was like,
Christmas
if it was
bonus.
Thanksgiving and you were close to
No.
Christmas, it'd be like, oh, okay, bitch,
No,
watch.
same thing. It's just, again,
You on a naughty list.
I just think that by giving the Christmas bonus, he would lean towards, if that
look.
situation ever arose, he would lean towards saying,
Doing it up.
this,
let me
after hours.
save you from having to explain yourself. I really am. I'm gonna help you out on this. I'm gonna throw you a bone on this, okay?
okay?
I truly believe that you give your Christmas bonuses without expectations.
Oh, I do.
I
Yeah.
really believe that you do.
Okay.
But I also believe that you're an asshole, and when you leave, you say, yeah, because now when I need something, I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? Like, but in all honesty, I think we all do that shit. Like, nobody just gives to give. The bartender thing that we talked about, you give an extra tip right off the bat when you get to the bar because you want that bartender to see you in the sea of assholes that are up there and hook you up first.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same kind of shit.
But, see, that's where a lot of feedback I also got was in regards to that statement you just made.
What?
People just don't give to give.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. But yet you told a story about the teacher at
I told you-
Walmart.
I told you she was hot. What you want?
But you wasn't getting anything out of it.
Maybe I didn't tell you the whole story.
He genuinely thinks he's a good person. It's kind of sad.
No, I gave. Yeah.
Okay, just to give. You weren't looking.
But it wasn't for her. It was for the kids.
It doesn't matter who it's for.
Sure
It could
does.
be for you.
But I have no expectations of the kids. Be like, hey, when they're done this summer, have them come over and clean up
In all actuality, you do have expectations for the kids.
for the kids.
Yes.
not for me.
But
It's
you
for
have
them
to be able to do
and I have
good in school.
expectations of her
Okay.
to go and teach these kids.
Okay,
and
so you
be a
do
good
have
teacher.
expectations.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But my
But not the
expectations are up front.
expectations that you're having.
My expectations are up front. Yours are. Oh, here you go.
They're up front and not shiesty.
Yeah, remember that?
My expectations not shiesty.
Yeah, it is. You got in the car and said, "Hey, I hope you remember me if I need a haircut at some point." Because we even went so far as to say I'm on Palm Canyon. I need a haircut. I pull over. I walk in and he's got a dude in the chair and 3 people waiting. Hey, can you cut me? Yeah, I got 3 people, but I'll do you next.
No, that was your example.
That's because I said that's what you wanted.
No, that's not what I wanted.
And then I said if he said yes,
wrong.
I said, would you be okay with that?
Pull
He
the
said
tape.
yes.
Ladies, there's enough makeup for the both of you.
Pull the tape, because what was said was, you did give that example.
Mm-hmm.
And what I said was, if he were to say, yeah, I could take you, hold on. But it'll be after these 3 guys. Hold on.
That was later. The first part of the conversation was yes.
Shut up!
The first part of the conversation said yes, you would.
God, you're
And if he were to say, Sebas, if he were to tell me, if he were to tell me, yeah, I got these 2 guys next, but I'm going to take you ahead of them. How's that my fault?
because you gave him $25.
Hold on, no. It's his
and you
business.
respected it.
I
It's
answered you. Why are you cutting me off?
His business. If he chooses to take me
Look,
next, I'm not going to take.
I know exactly how to end this.
Shit.
I know exactly how to end this.
I know how to end it too.
Are you ready?
No, okay. If you're ready for mine,
Yeah.
okay, you go first,
Take off your hat. Show him.
motherfucker. Motherfucker.
I ended it, right? Dude, that motherfucker a curveball he wasn't expecting. I'm just kidding, Tony. I'm just kidding. What's up? What? Go ahead. Throw it back at me. Go ahead.
You made me lose my train of thought. Making fun of my hairline. Oh yeah.
Put a bald spot in your memory? Sorry, a fuzzy spot in your memory?
It ain't bald. I didn't get to cut it yet. Am I bald?
Well, let's see.
Lean forward.
Yeah. You're missing this one spot right here, right on the back that I can't see.
Really?
And I think
No.
that's on purpose. Okay,
No,
no,
it's
I'm saying...
No. Don't point nothing out.
I saw it.
You comb that shit forward. You pulled your hat off and pulled that shit forward. I mean, boy. Here, real quick though. I just want to. I'm not doing it to be a dick or to be right, but I'm right. So, there's something called. Wait, where's it called? So it says, to sum it up, the federal minimum wage for tipped employees is $2.13 per hour. The minimum wage for tipped employees is known as the minimum cash wage. So people that work in restaurants get paid $2.13 an hour,
Okay.
and then they're taxed on their tips. That's what that $2.13 is supposed to cover.
Okay. Well, the restaurant pays them $2.13 an hour.
Correct.
Okay.
And then they make whatever they make on tips.
Correct. Now, isn't that based on the tips that they can actually prove? Meaning, a credit card tipped, credit card tip.
No, that's on the cash too.
Is it?
They have to, yeah.
So
Well,
what
they're
you're-
supposed to,
Hold on
but
a
I
second.
mean,
So, what you're saying is, if a waitress worked or waiter, like you said,
Yeah, right. Not just a woman's
worked
job.
a 5-hour shift and nobody gave her tips at all, credit or cash,
Correct.
she's walking away with $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, less than that because they're going to charge her the tax on the $10. So she's probably walking away with like $8.
Really?
I'm assuming. I've never worked in that industry. I don't know. I was a dishwasher for a day. I said, fuck this.
I don't know about that, man. I can't see it.
Yeah, I mean, well, but maybe that's why some people really hustle when they're doing it, and they take being a fucking waitress serious. You know what I mean? Like the girls that come out without a pencil and get your fucking order right. Like, oh yeah, you're getting a good tip. That's some fucking good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you try that shit and fuck it up,
And could you imagine if that waitress is dealing with some late teens on prom night?
yeah,
She's like, I don't even need to work that night because I ain't making no tips.
yep, I don't, yep,
Because kids don't tip.
Teens fucking suck.
Yep.
pretty much.
But Can I rewind
Yeah, go ahead.
real quick
Yeah, go ahead.
about me shutting it down now?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, you remember what it was now?
Yo, no, yeah, I remember.
Okay.
This Christmas, Sebas,
Yeah.
I hope you will enjoy my wife's chocolate chunk cookies.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Why? What do you need from me?
Nothing. but
He shut it down, not you.
Somebody else is not getting them. Okay, fuck it. Both of you ain't getting them.
Fucking Sebastian. That's hilarious shit. All right. Oh, do you want to share some of the things that people were saying with you?
Just
He's
that.
like, no.
Just that. I'll be honest with you. I think maybe because they know that I do it every year.
And they were mad that they were possibly not getting it because
No. They agree with me. They're just saying, "Yo, what's wrong with giving your gardener a Christmas bonus? What's wrong with giving the bar?
because that's some white
Nothing,
Hallmark channel
nothing.
shit.
It's the thought behind the tip.
Yeah.
Or the bonus, sorry.
Yeah, it was all about what you said about the expectation of.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
well,
it wasn't just that though, because you don't sit here and tell me
Well,
you weren't like, dude, you tipped that person, you tipped the mailman. Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, like I told you that was like that to me. That's like some Hallmark white people shit. Like I never, like in all my life, I'm 49 fucking years old. I've never heard of anybody tipping the mailman, anybody else.
Well, it's honestly, it's a normal thing. It's
For who?
for people who tip.
Tony, out of all those friends that backed you up, how many of them tip all those people?
Not many.
How the fuck you gonna say it's normal? If more
no,
people
it's-
don't do it, then
it's normal to know about it. I'm not saying that they have to do it, but they all know about it.
well, I know about it because I've seen the white people on the Hallmark
I
channel.
know, because I had a conversation and one guy was like, "Yeah, I would love to tip my mailman, but he's an asshole. if my son parks in front of the mailbox, he won't deliver my mail. Fuck him. He's not getting the tip. But he does know, yeah, I could tip him, but I choose not to because he's an asshole.
Who else does he not? Does he not
He
give
tips
to
his
the
gardener.
I don't have a gardener. I'm sure you
Anymore.
can tell. Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
maybe it was because my gardener did like he was supposed to come every week. He came like every 3 weeks, every 4
maybe you
weeks.
should break him off a Christmas bonus and he will come.
Well, if motherfucker worked long enough to get to Christmas, he might have gotten one.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Something tells me you hire him for the summertime. As soon as that weather breaks, you're like, I don't need him no more. I
Yeah.
can do that now. It's
Yeah,
not hot.
pretty much. Yeah, I'm good.
And then once he gets hot, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore.
And it starts to warm. Be like, ooh, where that dude card at? He ain't been here in a while.
But again, because they know that I do that, they've seen me do it, and I'm talking about, not necessarily the gardener or the mailman, but they just know that.
Because I know like some uber white people, right?
Okay,
Like let's say his grandparents, for instance,
okay,
on his mom's side, they would be the kind of type of people that tip people, and I've never seen them. Well, no, maybe not. No, pop out pretty tight.
Well,
I
yeah,
never
but
saw
Nana
no.
even worse.
I never saw no Christmas tip envelope.
Nana is she's a Karen.
Really? Oh yeah, she is. Jesus criminy.
It-
Maybe that
it-
was a.
It's hard to be with her in a restaurant and hear her like order. Because like, dude, if you were in my building, I would.
Does she still gag when she eats?
No, I've never heard her do that.
Yeah, she used to cough and gag when she ate.
No way.
Yeah.
dude, I have a problem. I have a problem of eating too fast and not chewing all my food. Like chewing it, like because
The way you're supposed to?
Yeah, so for some reason I like swallowing.
You like swallowing
chunks.
chunks of.
Yeah, because it makes me feel like I'm
Yeah.
full. And if I'm eating like a burger, the bread will actually get stuck in my throat.
Yeah, what about a burrito? Pretty good on a burrito?
I'm pretty good in a burrito. That's all.
You walked right into it. You're like, yeah.
You even answered
Yeah,
him.
I'm pretty good on a burrito.
But like I gotta sit there. I'll just be quiet, and what I'm actually doing is just
Trying to
constantly
swallow
drinking something, and then my kids will look at me,
And then it hurts. It hurts like when you get right here.
dude,
Oh.
like crazy.
You know when that I do that? It happens when I eat an apple.
So
And I
not
get-
that often.
Yeah, like once a year. You know what I mean? When I don't get my Christmas bonus and that's all I have to eat is a fucking apple. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, every once in a while, dude. And it just yeah. No.
And then when I because I can literally feel it come down.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then I'm right back at it.
Yeah.
And the other funny thing is that when I'm eating something like that,
And it only
I'm
happens
eating
once
fast,
when you're eating, though, right?
No, I don't learn my lesson. I mean, it's funny when my kids are even like, "Slow down, Dad,
Holy
slow
shit.
down."
Tony, don't take this the wrong way.
This is fucking gold what we're listening to
But-
right now.
I imagine you being like a sloppy eater. Like you use like a lot of ketchup when you eat fries? No?
No, not at all.
He said I would never
Ranch?
stoop so low.
No,
No kind of condiments?
not really.
No?
No,
Hot wings.
yeah.
Just shit all over your face.
No,
Ribs all over.
I'm not bad actually.
No?
No.
I kind of thought maybe you were like, and have it all the way up to your knuckles and shit. Like, there was this dude, bro. When I was doing radio, I had to go, I went to interview here in Riverside. And I had to go to lunch with the guy. And nobody fucking warned me. First of all, that the motherfucker stuttered. You can't send me to shit like that without telling me. Because I'm an asshole. And I'll start to stutter without, like, I'll mimic
Right,
you without knowing.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
know
mean?
what you mean.
And well, this dude, and then we sat down and we ate, dude. And they gave him a squeeze bottle of the ketchup shit. And he asked for a separate plate. And he just, like, squeezed that whole, like, a shit ton of ketchup on there. Dude, and he was dunking his french fry. Like, there was no, like, you couldn't see the yellow of the french fry anymore. Like, it was just all fucking ketchup. And he's sitting there and he's talking, and it's all... Like, bro, that fucking grosses me out. Like, it's, like I can't eat. Like, sometimes I can't eat fucking mac and cheese when it's that squishy like that. When it's got that little,
Right.
it just grosses me out, dog. You miss me with that shit.
What was that?
I don't know.
The Alexa.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Alexa, off. She turns on every once in a while. They're listening to us, Tony.
But you know why you're not tipping them.
But you know, the funny thing is that now that I'm getting older, like I'll eat a hot dog plain now.
Really?
No ketchup. I'm not a mustard guy, but I prefer it plain. My fries, I'm kind of preferring them plain. Burgers, I throw some garlic butter on it, but other than that, no, I like it plain.
Really?
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, dude, I'll want scrambled eggs with
Oh,
ketchup on it.
disgusting.
That's the best, dude. Eating it with the
it's
tortilla.
Ah, my wife eats that way too. It's a
Yeah.
Thousand Palms thing.
Yeah. It's a Mexican thing,
That's
don't you?
disgusting,
That's
dude.
delicious, dude.
Oh,
Hey,
please don't tell me you put it in your rice too.
no, fuck no.
Okay, because that's not.
But I will take
that's
mole,
nasty.
like mole from chicken mole.
Okay.
Put that in the rice. Oh, that shit
I'd
is
see
bomb,
that.
dog.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Fuck, was I just about to tell you? So, what about mayonnaise and ketchup together? They
Yeah.
do that shit in Utah.
In Puerto Rico, they actually got a bottle of it. You know what it's called? Ketchup-naise. It's pre-mixed ketchup and mayonnaise. Ketchup-naise. Because when I was visiting my family once, one of my half-brothers, he asked me if I wanted some ketchup-naise. I was like, what?
Like, what kind of French shit are you speaking
He
right now?
goes, ketchup-naise. I mean, to them, it's normal.
Right?
And I was like, I don't know what that is. He goes, it's ketchup and mayonnaise. I was like, together? He's like, yeah. It comes out pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like
Yeah.
Thousand Islands almost, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Without
yeah.
the chunks. Have you ever had, have you ever eaten a sandwich at Portasub? There's only one here in the valley.
Decades ago.
Dude, they have the best sandwiches. I think Sosa's used to do this. Remember those fucking sandwiches from Sosa? Oh, they were bomb, dude. They would mix the mayonnaise and the mustard together. Oh, that shit was
Really?
fucking delicious. There's
We
something
have- we
about
have
that,
that.
like, huh?
We have that.
Like, do you really?
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference when you put mayonnaise on and then you put mustard on top of it,
Yeah.
as opposed to it being mixed and it's even all the way through. Shit is delicious.
When
Making myself hungry right now.
when I'm not saying I always eat my stuff dry, but especially when I used to have like a hamburger with ketchup and mayonnaise,
Right.
or ketchup for whatever it is that I'm putting a condiment on, it has to go on the meat. Can't go on the bread. That's
Why?
disgusting. Because if you take a bite of just bread,
Then it's
You're-
sauced up bread.
Yeah.
that's nasty.
Delicious.
Bread and ketchup is delicious.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Man, you must not have been poor growing up, dog.
Bread's
You're crazy.
Because bread's awesome on its own, but bread with mayo and ketchup on it is even better.
Yeah.
No way. Oh,
Like,
disgusting.
don't get me wrong, I like when the meat is like all the way through the bun.
Of course.
But if there's, a little space with
No, that's nasty.
ketchup and mayo,
That's
maybe a little
nasty.
bit of cheese.
Puerto Ricans eat Spam, right? They eat a lot of Spam.
Oh, you can't talk shit about the way we eat then.
No.
No?
We eat Spam, yeah. I mean, because we were, grew up poor, but yeah, I'm not a fan.
Bologna? Fried bologna?
Oh,
Oh,
I like fried salami, hard salami.
salami.
Yeah, that's that whole gagging thing. I got you.
Again, you walked into that one almost
that
throat
one,
first.
yeah.
You said you like fried salami?
Yeah. It's got to be hard salami. I don't like the, what do they call it, cotto?
Yeah.
Cotto?
Yeah.
With the little dots in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's nasty.
It's just lard, right?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is either, but
No, I don't think it's lard. I think it's some side of like a seed because it's hard. I used to have to
Like
poke
chunks
it
of
out.
bones and shit?
Yeah.
Seed and a hard salami. Well, that took a second, but you got there.
yeah, right. We're like, oh, yeah, I get it. Okay. What about? Did you ever eat pimento loaf growing up? You know they don't make that shit no more. It's hard to find.
It's a loaf.
Yeah, it had it was like bologna but square, and it had the
It was
pimento
like
olives.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't like that.
No,
No.
I didn't like it when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I
Really?
crave it every once in a while. Yeah,
Like
reminds me of
my
dad.
wife and daughter love Spam. I'm not a fan at all.
Now, see, Spam is a delicate thing. Like, it's got to be cooked the right way. Like, we used to take it and slice it real thin and fry it, so it was like poor man bacon.
Right.
And then the other thing my mom would do is cut it up and dice it, and she would fry it, and then add onions and tomato and garlic in it. And oh man, we'd have that with eggs for breakfast. And that's the best, bro.
Like that, something like that, my daughter would do with some white rice. Because my daughter, dude,
That's Hawaiian shit.
She's all in Asian food.
Oh,
she
there you go.
loves it. Yeah.
Hawaiians and Filipinos, bro.
Yeah.
I was watching this on Netflix. They got this show called it's a new movie, something about finding Ohana or some bullshit. I don't know, but it's based on the islands. And out here, people buy Spam, and you buy a can.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever buys more than a can. Because it's not something that, ooh, man, we got to have lots of that shit because we eat it all the time. You know what I mean? Be like, ooh, shit, maybe we should grab a can of Spam.
Don't that last like years though?
Forever.
Yeah.
And but there they were walking out of the store with boxes of it, the whole box of 2 boxes of Spam and shit. I was like, fuck, that ain't no lie. They love that shit for breakfast.
Yeah.
Slice that shit, put it on some white rice with eggs. Now I like Mexican rice with eggs. That shit is good. The red rice.
The red rice?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This shit's real good.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
What are you a fan of?
Pizza.
Do you like breakfast? Yeah.
Got it.
Do you
No,
like
I don't eat breakfast.
No.
I do now. I've been eating like the last 2 weeks. I've been having breakfast.
Now you made a face when I said ketchup on scrambled eggs.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I don't understand that myself.
I wonder like. We eat you eat a hard boiled egg with salt and pepper on it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I wonder if a hard boiled egg would taste the same with ketchup on it as if it would scrambled. Like things that don't normally go together. Like
scrambled eggs and ketchup.
scrambled eggs and ketchup go together all the time. It's like fucking. We want to talk about shit that don't go together. People that put mayonnaise on their tacos.
That's wrong.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh really? Oh, that's a
Yeah.
big Mexican thing, dude.
Grandma does that. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Mayonnaise on tacos.
You know what's disgusting? Went to a party once a long time ago,
Yeah, people are pretty gross.
and
Yeah.
some dude talked me into. It was the next morning. Said, and it was legit. He was like, "Yo, this is the best. Celery with mayonnaise."
Oh,
it was disgusting.
Yeah, I
And
don't
he
even.
was. He was grubbing. Matter of fact, it was one of Manny's uncles.
Fuck that.
Disgusting.
Oh, that turned my stomach.
Yeah.
I said I was hungry like 10 minutes ago. It's all gone. Oh, that shit is gone, killer.
You know what's good together? a Snicker bar, and Doritos nacho cheese.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I like Doritos with sour cream. Just plain sour cream.
Ain't that ranch? Cool Ranch?
No.
How dare you speak those words?
And I don't know how people like Cool Ranch
They're
Doritos.
they are a disgrace to Doritos.
Actually, they're pretty good.
No, they're fucking not.
Yeah, every once in a while. That's a chip that I wouldn't have all the time, but every once in a while, it's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Really? Not a fan of it
Really?
at all. Never have been. That taste or something about that taste that
I think it's pretty good, actually. It's not bad.
You seen the new thing that they're doing now, the flaming hot Cheetos in milk? Like cereal.
Really?
It would make sense.
Someone put flaming hot Cheetos all over a turkey, like they crusted their turkey in it and stuffed a brick of Velveeta cheese in the crevice.
They I see somebody do flaming hot Cheetos with corn on the cob. I don't like flaming hot Cheetos. I don't think it even tastes good.
Because you can't taste anything once you start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that was interesting.
Yeah, because they started doing all that shit with the street vendors. They'll do have them all hot, and they put a little bit of mayonnaise, and that's what adheres the, what do you call it? Because they'll put butter first, a little tahini, and then they put mayonnaise on it, and then they roll it in the Cheetos. Fucking gross, dude.
Yeah, that sounds nasty.
Do you like elote? Like when they sell it like that, where it's butter, mayonnaise, and
I
cheese?
don't like the mayonnaise, and cheese and the butter is okay. I'll take straight butter, but
Fucking hell.
Yeah, right. You are just a fucking plain Jane, dude. Like fuck. You only let me guess.
I don't like to try new foods.
You only like vanilla ice cream, right?
I have a
I don't even
do
like
now.
ice cream. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, right.
You don't?
Too cold. No, I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, asshole. But yeah, you're right. I have like really retracted in trying to taste different things. I'm like, look, pushing 50, I don't need nothing new. I know what I like. I don't need to try something.
I'm just gonna stick with what I got.
Yeah, and plus, you go to a restaurant. Why are you gonna try something? And if it doesn't work out, then what are you gonna do?
Right.
Walk away hungry?
Eat that shit.
No, dog. I can't do it. I don't want to try.
Wow.
And
Would you tip at a restaurant if you tried something new and didn't like it?
yes, because the service was
There it
still
is.
performed.
Had to bring it back
I was
around.
gonna say, brought that shit full circle. Look at him. You said, I think the last we spoke, you've been married 24 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw something out there.
Uh-oh.
Don't get her even madder.
This hasn't been pre-screened. I don't know what he's going to say.
So should we
I
wait
apologize in
then?
advance.
Why?
Wait till things are. I don't know. You tell me.
Were you going to say wait till things are better?
Yeah.
Better
then
with
I
who?
stepped. I don't know. You said don't make her matter. I was like, well, I
At
didn't know
you?
she was mad.
At you?
She mad at me? Why?
Because you trying to bring down her man in regards to these Christmas tips. She's like, honey, you do what you want. You do you, boo.
Wow.
And I was like, that's right, love. I'm going to do me. Domingo could do him, but I'm going to do me. She's like, that's right.
She said, by the way, do you
Look
think
at my man right there.
you think I could get in for a little fresh up on my dude? Whatever. No. Okay, so on a serious note, like you have to have a license for everything, right? You have to have a license to own a gun. You have to have a license to carry a gun.
Drive.
You have to have a license to drive, a business license.
You
You
got
have
a license to kill. Isn't that
a
a
license for everything, right?
Right?
Two of the biggest things in the world that you don't have to have a license for: make children and be married.
Don't you have to have one to be married?
Yes, but I think a marriage license should come with an expiration date.
Wow.
It should be like right at the 9-year mark.
How do you feel about that,
Because
Tony?
you know, at 10 years, you got to give half. So you got to do it before you reach that 9-year mark. You do, or 10-year mark, you hit 9 years. And that way, if things are good, you want to keep going. If not, you guys say, it's about to expire, we're going to go our separate ways.
So you're saying that marriage should be like a subscription. But instead
I'm
of
just
a
saying it.
monthly thing, it should be a...
That's actually not that bad of an idea.
It would save
I don't know about you saying this on air.
I mean, not for me, of course, because,
I love
but
my wife.
But I
None
think
of-
9 years is pushing it. Let's say 5.
Okay, well, your driver's license is 4 years. So 5 years for a marriage, that's about right. Because by then you're already. I think it should be 7. Because 7, you hit that 7-year itch.
Right.
And if you're at 5, you know what I mean. You might not be at that itch yet. You might not be at that point yet. So maybe it should be either 6 or 8. Because if you're in 7,
No, because it's got to be before the itch, because the itch is what gets you in trouble.
okay,
So before that itch, before you're able to make that mistake, if you will, if you had the opportunity to bounce because it's expired, and are we going to renew this license for another 5 years?
well maybe it works like this. Maybe they do the first one's 5 years or 4 years, right? 4 years it expires. If you make it to 4 years, we're going to up it to 5 or 6 years. Right? Because at 4 years, you haven't hit the itch yet.
Right.
Right? So now you're going to make it to 10 years. And then that way, if you survive the itch at the 10-year mark, or we'll make it 5 years and make it the 9-year mark. Right? And you hit 9 years, you survive the itch, everything's going good, you still want to stay together, then you do a 10-year renewal. Or does it need to be the same all the time?
I think it should be the same all the time, because it's like you're saying, as a reward for doing this smaller stretch, we're going to let you do a longer stretch. But I mean, unless you're getting some extra credits on your taxes, what do I care if it's a longer stretch?
Right. Okay.
But you know what? That would actually save a lot of problems.
I would.
It's like, this is a lot like what they did in China.
What they do in China,
You can only have one kid.
right?
If you have one
that.
kid, you get a bonus. Or like in France, they did the same thing. I think they did 2 kids. If you have 2 kids and keep it at 2 kids, you get a bonus.
Like a
Like,
tax credit.
like on your taxes or something. But instead, it's with how long you're married for.
I thought China or whatever Asian.
Oriental? Oh, no, not Oriental.
No, not that
Asian.
one.
My bad.
I thought it was a requirement. There's no tax.
Yeah.
I think it used to be a requirement.
Yeah, because if you had a girl, they'd come and take her and kill her, right? Is that what it was?
Was it a girl?
No, we're just talking about kids in general.
But no, didn't they do that at some point? One of those Asian
I don't
countries?
think so.
No,
oh, wait, maybe
I
an
don't think I've heard
Asian
of that.
country, but I'm talking about China.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because that's the one that I know for sure. It's like
I heard
one kid. And
yeah, and that's it. And if you have more, you're actually like fined. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily think they kill the kid,
Right.
but yeah,
It's population control.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of fucking Chinese people.
There's actually a movie on Netflix in regards to that.
I think what you're thinking about is that movie that's almost like Borat. What, Dictator? Is that what that movie's called? Oh, look, it's a girl. We throw it in the trash can. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember. No, I thought I read that somewhere that they did that. Maybe I'm.
There's a movie
Tripping.
on Netflix called "What Happened to Monday." I think we're gonna as a family we're gonna watch it because my son watched it. He says it's pretty good.
Okay.
You're only allowed one child, and these people had 7. This couple has 7. So what
He needs to get a job or a hobby.
So what they actually did
TV.
was, I think they were all girls, and so for every day of the week, one girl was allowed to go out, like to school, socialize.
Right.
But when their daughter would come back, she would have to say exactly what happened that day, so the girl who's coming out the next day would know stuff like
Were
that.
the kids, like, I don't know, what is that? Fucking.
Set to
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong. I haven't
Do
seen
they
it.
just look alike? Because that'd be
You
wrong.
know, I think in the movie, for example, we saw the trailer. It's played by the same actress,
Oh, okay.
but she's got different haircuts and stuff like that. Well, what happened to Monday? The girl who goes out on a Monday didn't come home. So it's like what happened to the girl for Monday.
Right.
That, I supposedly it's pretty good.
That's a fucked up name for your kid. That's hilarious.
Right. Fun. That could be the kid's name. I don't know. We haven't watched the movies. Right. I
It's
don't
a
know.
Monday.
What happened to Monday? She doesn't
But
come
back
home.
to the license. I
I
mean,
thought it was Chinese,
you
not
know,
Russian.
when marriages don't work out and the divorce gets nasty.
I think it would be a lot more there'd be a lot more civility in it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't think it would get as nasty. It wouldn't be. You know what I mean?
I mean it might, because if the term is up and one wants to get out and the other one's like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, but
It's like canceling a subscription. Why are you canceling?
yeah, right. Yeah, but then are you going to let
Do
them
you
come
want
to
to
like?
wait till the end of your subscription?
It could be like DoorDash, and they're coming back knocking on the door.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm here for my visit. Shit. All right. So what about a license for bearing children? Because there's a lot of assholes in the world that shouldn't have
It sounds like you said burying children. and
That's
was
what
like,
I thought
think
you
that's
said.
Probably free.
no bearing children.
I understand
Oh.
that, but it sounded like you said burying.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
ooh, this got really dark.
Yeah. No,
But I'm interested.
people that are having kids that shouldn't have children.
Well, I mean, I think that the contract is there because one of the two parents could take the other parent to court because they're not pulling their half in regards to child support and so forth. I think that's the contract that they go into once they have a kid.
Yeah, but
I
shouldn't
think
they
you should
have?
go
a
through a
literal
psychological. I think you should go through a psychological test before you even think about having children.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have children that shouldn't.
And it shouldn't be standardized. Like,
But-
it shouldn't just be one set thing because...
Yeah, it shouldn't be a
some
test they study for.
Because
No,
some
but-
psychopaths are different.
But
Yeah.
what when you say a test before you have children to see if you're going to be a good parent?
No, to see if we should be having more of you in the world.
Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good way to put it. To make
It's a-
sure
it's a-
you're
it's a-
stable to have children.
Yeah, it's a test to have children, to bring more of you into the world, not are you going to be an okay parent. I could care less. I couldn't care less. Sorry, that's the right way to say that.
Huh. I don't know. So the test wouldn't consist of, do you have a stable job that you're bringing in a steady income?
No, I think that should be a requirement before you take the test.
Okay,
You fill out an application, right?
Right.
It's like buying a gun.
But
To have children, you have to go through the stages of buying. You have
before you pull the trigger.
Yeah. Before we give you the psychological evaluation, you have to fill out this application. Do you have a steady job? Where is it at? Where do you live? Because if you live,
Yeah, it should be like on guns. Hey, are you addicted to any of the following drugs? Blah blah blah. Have you ever been convicted for a felony? Blah.
But he just said it shouldn't be a standardized test like that.
No, that's part of the application.
Psychological test
Yeah.
shouldn't be standardized. The application could be,
Okay.
and then it's like a background check. Like, well, background check, then the test.
So would you be comfortable with boys at a certain age? Let's call it chemical castration. They got to take a certain pill on a regular basis where they're shooting blanks.
Well, I'm not trying to mutilate nobody.
It's
What you mean?
chemical.
Chemical, it's just a pill.
It's not invasive.
Yeah. And then when you become a certain age,
I think that should be part of the application. Is how many children are you applying for? It can max out at like 3.
Like they
And
like
then once you have your third kid, that's when they do it in the same like while the mom's giving birth, the dad's in the other room getting his shit snipped.
Yep, having a spaghetti yanked.
Dude, I'm a fucking genius.
Jesus. Yeah, because and I think the license or part of it has to be like, okay, so you can't join the military until you're 18, right? On your own without your parents' consent, right?
Or being
Right.
forced to fucking do it.
Yeah. Wow. Not bitter, nothing.
I'm not angry.
Yeah, right. So, why couldn't we make the age 18 to have children?
Can't we? Isn't that already a thing?
No.
Oh no, it can. Okay, I get it.
Now, somebody that's 18 can't have sex with a minor. Somebody that's 16 and have a baby.
right?
So why can't they just make the legal limit to having children 18?
Well, in a sense, it is because if you can't have sex with a minor,
2 minors can have sex. legally.
So the law is somebody over 18 can't have intercourse with someone that's under 18?
Correct. It's called statutory
Yes,
rape.
that's how the laws worked for a long time now.
So two minors, okay. Huh.
So the question is what would be the punishment for the two underage children that conceive a child?
That would be castration. Be it chemical or fucking maiming them.
The punishment is that the parents going to have to take care of it. So you're going to have to deal with your mom and dad.
Yeah, but how
It's
fair?
not the parents' fault.
Yeah, how fair is that?
Well, to an extent it could be, but
Because the parents are,
How fair is that?
yeah,
They're not
because the
keeping-
parents are out. You don't always know what your kids are doing when you're not
You're
around,
still responsible for them regardless of that.
right? But how fair is that? So
Oh,
okay,
God, it sucks.
yeah. So like, if your kid goes out and kills somebody, they're not going to put you in jail for it. They're going to put your kid in jail. Are you saying they should put the parents in jail for that?
no, he's saying they should give the parents a kid.
Right, but I was saying about killing.
I get
know.
that.
I got you.
Murder shouldn't be funny.
Shouldn't the parents hold some sort of responsibility over that? For that?
No, because the parents weren't there. Like, okay, in and out. You know what I mean?
But it's one of those things that the parent kind of saw this coming a long time ago.
Yes, but if as parents that we're not allowed to handle the situation the way we see fit,
Discipline.
right?
We'll say it the way that it needs to be said.
Why can't if we don't have a say in how to discipline our children?
They can try children for murder, or they can try children as adults, right?
I think under a certain circumstance, yes.
Right.
I think that circumstance should always be seen as trying adults. Because you think you're an adult because you're fucking and having kids, but you're not an adult. So you two need to take care of this child on your own. Your parents can no longer help you because you're being seen as an adult.
Oh, well,
So you need to go get a job.
Yeah.
So they
So
should.
at that point, there should be a government-issued work permit until they're able to work on their own.
They should immediately be emancipated.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the word for it.
And if the parents choose to help them, that's on them.
But that's gonna have to be like under the table.
Yeah.
But emancipated on paper, but you're not requiring this child, this young parent to leave the household
Why not? They're emancipated.
because they don't have a job. They don't have.
Hey,
That's what the government-issued work permit is for.
Yeah. Hey, look. You know what? We told you not to do this.
God, I'm a
We
fucking...
told you that you couldn't afford to do this. I don't want to have to take care of you and your girlfriend, baby mama, and your child. You want to act like an adult. It's just like that first time you came home drunk and your mom caught you. Next morning, wake you up early and make you, all right, you want to go out and party like a fucking man? You want to act like an adult? You're going to go out and work in the yard till noon like an adult. And you're going to see what it's like. Same shit. Okay.
Throwing up from the top of a fucking palm tree.
Yeah, you don't want to, you didn't want to listen. Well, now you got to go to work.
I'm a fucking genius.
I think that. I mean, yeah. Points
Nobody
are
would ever
valid.
get behind it, but
Yeah, just because of the fact that it's one of those things that the reason why a 14, 15, 16-year-old doesn't get tried as an adult is because at that age, that mistake they've made is because of their adolescence, just like having a kid. So you cannot punish that child as an adult for a mistake that was made because they were a kid. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't really consider the long-term
future.
effect of something.
right.
So if I'm just trying to get my rocks off, I'm not really thinking about, getting somebody pregnant. It's
Don't
just,
fuck around, get your rocks off, and have a pebble.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Interesting. But you're down with the marriage license expiration.
Yeah,
Let's call it the
Not
I
not
actually-
for you. I get it. I mean, you're the one in a
But
million.
yeah, I really do think that it would save a lot of problems.
I think so too. I think that's a great idea.
It's almost like your car note. If you get payments,
Yeah.
after 5 years, oh my God, thankfully that's over. And
You're leasing the marriage. That's a great concept.
well, that's a bad way to put it.
Well,
yeah,
right, but for those that don't grasp it, we'll just leave it at that. What about euthanizing the old?
I think it's ironic.
That's Logan's Run.
What's that? What are you talking about?
That movie.
I never saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
It was Logan's Run. Who's in it? Anybody I know?
Yeah. Farrah Fawcett was in it. She's played a small part though.
God damn, how old is this movie?
It's 70s.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched a movie like that in the 70s.
Dude, it's a great movie. You got to watch it.
Logan's Run.
Logan's Run.
Okay.
It's at a certain age, you're killed off.
Yeah?
Ooh.
And what it is the government, don't quote me on this because it's been years since I've seen it, have made the population believe that you're born again. So like a child that's born,
Right.
it's like almost like the soul of the last person that they killed off is in this child.
Okay.
So I believe when it's like a whole spectacle when they're killing them, and they say they yell out like reborn or something along those lines. Yeah, dude, it's a great movie. And what happens is, they got these stones in their hand, if I remember right, and that stone is lit. When that stone becomes dark, your time is up. So,
Sounds like fucking Thanos.
dog, one of the guys, like the policeman that killed the people and round them up to be euthanized,
Right.
his stone goes dark, and he don't want to die. So him and Farrah Fawcett, if I remember right, take off and they run away, and they meet.
His name's Logan.
Yeah, and they meet an old man out in the boons, and they're like, "How are you so old? I thought you can't live past a certain age." And he's like, "What are you talking about? You live until you die." And so it was a whole thing. They were like, they couldn't believe that you could actually live to like. They were mesmerized by all his wrinkles in his face. They're like, "Oh my God, you're old!
Look at
How's
you.
that
You're
possible?"
old.
Dog, that was a great movie. That was like before Star Trek and Star Wars and all.
Really?
That stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to go find it. Logan's Run.
yeah.
All right.
Movie.
But are you? Would you be with it? Like once they get to a certain age where they can't, you know what I mean?
They're no longer useful to society.
And no one's really looking out for you, like kids and stuff like that. I don't know.
I like it. I like it for me.
If you're
'Cause
driving,
at some point you could volunteer too. Like, hey, I don't really want to be here anymore. You just want to. Let's cut it short.
Well, yeah, with that taking into that consideration, you have to be at a certain age to be able to make that,
right?
to be able to
Yeah,
have
14.
the option.
Because can't you pick? Because can't you pick at the age of 14 which parents you want to live with if they're divorced?
No.
Oh, which
Yeah,
age?
you can.
Oh, okay.
You can tell the judge.
So yeah, at age 14, you can decide that. Yeah, it's not really going well.
Do you think that's right?
No, I'm
Oh,
fucking
okay.
kidding.
I don't.
It's-
What part? The choosing to die or choosing which parent to live
Choosing which parent to live with.
with? Why don't you think that's right?
Because at that age, you're trying to pick out the parent that's more fun, that's not as strict. When you might need that strictness, that life.
But
ain't
that
about
but that
fun.
strictness doesn't always work for everybody, though.
True. I mean, of course, every case is different.
Right.
But when like my
Tony's
my
trying to
daughter
split
and
us
I
apart right now, you see
and
that?
my wife, we watch these Teen Mom 2 and all those
Pregnant
things.
at 16
yeah,
or whether
exactly.
16 and pregnant.
And obviously at 16 they were together, and now the parents aren't together. They're in their early 20s, and the kid's 10 years old.
right.
And then the mom's like, "Well, he don't want to go with his dad this weekend. He shouldn't have to if he doesn't want to." And the dad pays child support. The dad does what he's supposed to do, but the kid is with the mom, and he's supposed to get the kid on the weekends. So all of a sudden, the kid don't want to go there on the weekend. Oh, he shouldn't have to if he doesn't want, because the mom, she's scorned by this man.
Right. Ooh.
So hey, no, I don't think it's right.
No.
No.
But it's the kid that says at 14, not the mom.
Right. And again, I still think that, again, the kid is saying, I was born at my dad's house or it's born at my mom's house. I don't want to be there anymore.
Or maybe the other parent is the stricter one. Maybe the father is stricter when she's there. Doesn't like to go there because she doesn't have her computer and she doesn't have all that other stuff, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or my mom makes me do dishes on every night. But my dad eats out every night. I mean, a kid is a kid. You can't... that'd be like saying, I'm old enough to decide what kind of tattoo I want at 14.
Just kidding.
Wow.
I didn't have a tattoo at 14. Yeah, maybe you got a point there. I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things that the euthanizing the old always pops into my head every once in a while about, especially when one's driving in front of you and they absolutely no clue.
Yeah,
and
don't get me wrong.
they go across 3 lanes in the freeway without being able to see over the dashboard.
Push the gas instead of the brake in front of a store. And
Maybe that's their time to know.
Yeah.
Is it, cops driving around and he sees some old lady and pulls her over like, are you sure you're okay?
Just pops one in her. Pop! We have a pickup here on the side of Monterey and blah, blah, blah. Monterey and Gerald Ford.
How would that go in court? You fucking kill some old lady because she's right there in your way and like, she looked like she was past her time. I don't know what you're grilling me for.
Yeah, Your Honor, she was all over the place.
I did us a favor.
She was going 15 and a 55, Your Honor. She was going to kill people. Do you understand?
in that big Lincoln.
Yeah, right? Because none of them drive small-ass cars.
Yep.
They need something because they know they're going to get in an accident. So they buy bigger, heavier cars. Is this just because we can afford it
And
at our
drive
age?
slower.
I was talking to my nephew, and one of his uncles came by, and we were, chalking it up, and we got on the conversation about one of their other cousins.
Okay.
And my nephew was asking, oh, I forgot his brother's name. And so his uncle was like, well, which one? And he started to explain to him, oh, yeah, that's such and such. He's like, well, how many of them are there? 11.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
Dog, 11 brothers and sisters. And the worst part, we were talking in my driveway, and my garage door was open. And he turns around, he looks at my garage door, and he's like, yeah, they lived in Mexico. Their house is probably smaller than your garage.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, my God. Could you imagine 11 kids living in a house the size of your garage?
Dude, I got 2 living in the house. No, I mean it's a lot, dude. Like
11 is a lot, kid.
that's a lot of personalities in one and a little ass area like that.
Dude. And the uncle, he was saying, I mean, I knew this, but I just never really comprehended. He said there was 8 of them. And I was like, man, he's got 7 brothers and sisters.
There are too many people on this fucking planet.
And they lived in a duplex, a 2-bedroom. And he said the boys were in one room, and the girls and the parents were in the other room.
Wow.
Dude, could you imagine?
That's crazy, dude. But you know what's funny though is and I've gone and I've talked to people about stuff and it becomes that thing like to us we're like holy shit. Like that's crazy. But that's normal.
Yeah.
That's what people do.
Back then, especially.
And like right now, there's no way I'd have fucking 11 kids in this house. Right? But when you're there, so I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna back up to something. So like when you're there and you're living in that little garage, you don't have shit. You know what I mean? Like, and each kid doesn't have their own shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no TVs in a house, so you ain't got to worry about kids yelling about who's gonna watch the TV. You know what I mean? Probably got a fire oven to do everything, to cook on, to heat the house, all that, right?
Yeah.
But here's my question: in a room like that after 2 or 3 kids, how do you make more?
When they're all outside playing.
I get it. Maybe that's what it is. Daytime sex. You know what I mean?
Like you just said it, man. There's no cable.
Yeah, but the kid, if you wait till night, you know what I mean, and the kids are in there with you, like,
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about that.
oh, you just got to be real quiet, Conchita. Consuelo, I'm coming. Had to whisper sweet nothings in her ear. You know what I mean? Like,
Great question. Where can you handle that at?
I mean, these guys were in other rooms, and she was like, "No, they may be awake."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, on the other side of the house. I remember one time. I don't know if I should tell this story.
Come on.
we were having daytime sex, and we thought they were asleep, and we used to put gates in front of their doors. That way, if they woke up, they could play in their room, and we'll come out when we're done or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
That way, they could just play with their toys and whatnot. Well, was it you or Milo? You learned how to climb over it first, I think.
Oh, is this when I escaped the house?
No.
Oh.
No, this is going to scar you when I tell you this story right now.
You act like I'm not scarred from anything else that you fucking told me.
So we were in the, and these kids are knocking on, Dad, what are you doing tomorrow?
You're lying. I don't remember that.
That's when we were in Arizona, dude. You were way young. Oh, fucking hilarious, dude.
When within this past year, like after COVID hit, and my daughter was home, my son hadn't come home yet. She had some friends over, and her sorority sisters, and they were getting plastered and so forth. So my wife and I, we went to bed, and we could hear them, laughing and joking around or whatever. So maybe we weren't falling asleep fast enough or what have you. So we kind of started to mess around, my wife and I. And at one point, my daughter just walked in. Now, we usually, whenever there's a closed door, we'll knock. The kids, their doors are closed, we'll knock.
Right.
So because she was inebriated, so she just walked in and said, I don't remember if she was looking for something in, let's say, our bathroom, or she asked my wife a question, like, where's this? So the next morning, we had to have a talk with her. We had to say, hey, we're all adults, and it's almost like we're roommates now because you're back home because of COVID.
Right.
We respect your space. You got to respect ours. And she's like, what are you talking about? We're like, well, last night you came into our room and you didn't knock first, and the door was closed. And she's like, no, I didn't. We were like, yeah, well, yeah, you did, because she was drunk, she
right.
don't remember. And we were like, no, you did. You just walked in. She goes, and? Ooh. Well, and we had to say, had you walked in 5 minutes later, 5 minutes, you would have seen something that you cannot unsee, and that would have burned into your memory, and you'd have been like, oh, my God, I can't believe I walked in on them. So just knock, that's all. And
was she like, ooh, Dad?
Yeah. She acts like she don't know how she came into this world. She acts like we weren't young at one point.
Right. Well, I tell them, I'm going to bring a girl home. Blah. You better not be in that room making no noises. So why? What you going to do? Shoot, everybody got to have a little fun now and again.
Yeah.
Shoot, I bought the house so I wouldn't have to go to hotels.
I'm just glad I don't have to say anything before I leave the house. You just go where the fuck I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, if it start getting too noisy, you can leave. Go down.
I'm going to know she's there before she's there. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I'm home a lot.
Put the sock on the door, kid.
Right? Put a sock on all the doors. Fuck around, put a sock on the neighbor's door.
I was going to say, if I'm not home yet, you fucking put that shit on the fucking
I'll
front
text
door.
you before you came home. Hey, you need to work overtime.
Fuck no, I'm not going back.
Daddy doing a little something. Hey. Then there was one time we were sleeping. We took, because I was working radio, so I'd come home by like noon, right? And I came home one day and he had just gotten down for a nap or something, and we went into the room. We were taking a nap. We had the door closed and shit. Dude, next thing I know, the fucking, the janitor, right?
Yeah, the maintenance guy.
Maintenance guy was ringing our doorbell. And we fucking go downstairs, and the door's wide open. And he's standing there outside holding Sebastian's hand.
It's not a weird story. Just let it happen.
It's like, what the fuck? She said, yeah. She said, this is your son, right? Yeah. Oh, he was over by the pool. I was like, what? This little shit climbed over the fence that we put, like the little stretch fences.
Yeah.
He climbed over that, went downstairs, out the front door.
I unlocked the front door.
Around the gate, through the apartment, like the little hallway of the apartment complex, and across the alleyway to where the fucking pool was.
Oh.
He was a little chubby, so he couldn't fit between the bars, but he was sitting there looking into the pool. You know what I mean? And the dude brought him. His mom was like fucking freaked out.
Oh, dude!
I didn't know whether to beat him or love him. Why don't you leave this? What's wrong with you?
Man,
that was like the scariest day ever.
Do you remember that at all?
I remember being at the pool. That's it. I don't remember how I got there. I take their fucking story to be true because that sounds like some shit that I'd probably end up doing.
Man, I'm trying to think of what's one of the worst things. Oh, I remember something I did when. Well, no, he did that to you guys.
Yeah.
One time, I when my daughter was real young, like car seat young. My son wasn't even born yet. I used to have a vehicle that didn't have any air conditioning, and I wanted McDonald's for lunch real bad. One weekend I was off and my wife was working.
Right.
And dog went to the drive-thru and they were busy. And so we waited, and I finally got my food, drove home. Yeah, dude, my daughter was like crashed out, sweating. And my wife was so pissed because I was like, yeah, I was in there, and she was real hot. And she's like, you can't be doing that. They don't have the... their bodies don't know how to
regulate heat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, she gave me an earful.
I bet.
Oh, and I felt bad too because my daughter was crashed out in her car seat.
Fucking dumb. That's pretty goddamn funny. I told you where he was conceived, right?
Yeah.
I told you that story, right?
Yeah.
I was just.
Well, do you know where Milo was conceived? Since you're on the subject, I mean, I don't know where my kids were.
Where were we? Where were we living at? No, because
before Arizona, because we moved there with him.
You guys are 3 years apart?
Yeah.
So I had just gone to. We had just left American General Media and went to Clear Channel. Went to go do mornings across the street.
Yep, I vividly remember this.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just trying to figure out the timeline because that was right around 2001. I'm trying to remember where we were living. I think just at the apartment that we were at. I don't think it was no fun, crazy story.
Yeah, I don't remember like my wife telling me the first time she was pregnant with my daughter, but when we conceived my son, she invited me to lunch at Shakey's, like I was working.
Right.
And she's like, hey, let's have a shake. You got time to have lunch at Shakey's? I was like, yeah, cool, because I love me some pizza.
Right.
So we went to Shakey's. We were having lunch, and she told me, so I remember that.
But you don't know where'd you just
Yeah,
at the house? No, nothing special.
No.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
Do you? And I hope if you say yes, it doesn't reflect on me being a bad father. But do you know, like, when they were born, the time, what they weighed?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Because I don't either.
I barely remember their birth dates. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not. Don't let him lie to you.
Because I got friends that do. They know the time. They know the weight. They know the length. And I'm like, damn. And dude, one
My
buddy,
mom
I think
kept my umbilical cord. I think she still has it.
Yeah,
That wasn't your umbilical cord. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was.
But I got a buddy he's got like 5 kids, and he knows the times they were born.
Really?
Yeah, everything about them. And I'm like, wow. And he looks at me like I'm crazy because I don't know.
Yeah, that's
That's giving too much of a shit about your kids.
I'm glad you feel that way.
You don't give too much of a shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that's just. I think that's always just been more of a female thing. Like that was always more their. Not that it matters more to them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Exactly what you mean. But
I'm not trying to dig a hole or anything.
I mean, I remember them being born. Yeah.
I remember being up all night and having to call my boss in the morning. Hey, I'm not going to be able to. I kind of call him like at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, we're here at the hospital, dog. She's getting ready to have the baby. I'm not going to be able to make the morning show. Yeah. All right. Congratulations. See you in a couple of days. Yeah, okay. And that was it. And he came. We were up all night. He came early in the morning.
I think I was 11:45.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, something like that. And then the other one, I don't remember. I don't remember the situation on that one. That was crazy, though. I think my water broke.
When my son, because both my kids came early.
Okay.
But my son came real early. Too early.
Oh.
He was in the hospital for a month, maybe 2 afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he was actually going to come even earlier.
Oh, shit.
And so my wife had to be bedridden at the hospital for like a month
No
before.
way.
So if he was a month early, he actually was trying to come out 2 months early.
Oh, shit.
So I had my daughter, and, she's 2 years old. I don't remember it too vividly, but I do remember times when I was trying to go to sleep. Like, we slept in the same bed because I don't know.
Just easier that way.
Yeah. And I remember her being up, and, I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get her to go to sleep, and she's sitting up, like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I got to get to sleep. Oh, it was, woo.
NyQuil, dog. Come on, man. Shit. Michael Jackson, use it. You could use it.
Wow.
Little bourbon on the gums, dog.
My son, he was born with a
Chloroform.
Holy shit. She was 2, Sebastian.
he had it looked like a kernel of corn on his neck.
Okay.
The color of his skin, of course, but that's the shape. That's what it looked like.
Right.
Just popping out of the side of his neck. And so as he got a little older, we had it removed because I didn't want kids making fun of him. Like, what is that?
Like we would have?
Yeah, exactly. And it turns out they said he was born so young that was like part of his ear, like cartilage from his ear, that because his body wasn't
Formed
properly, and it stayed behind, and that was a trip.
Oh, that's wow.
His ears look normal. It's not like one side is missing something, but they just say it's like part of his ear, which is a trip.
Yeah.
But when they're born that early, dude, it's a trip. Because they're saying the lungs aren't fully formed, the eyesight, they could be blind just because they're
not
just
ready to
early.
come out.
They could be deaf.
They kept his eyes shut? Or did they keep him taped shut when he was?
I don't think so. But I don't think so. I think I would remember something like that.
And then they don't know how to suck or anything either, right? You had to kind of teach him how to.
Yeah.
Did he have a gavage tube or whatever it's called?
No. But like his bottle, when he was first born, dude, it was like a little Barbie bottle.
Really?
Yeah, he was tiny.
Oh, wow. Well, I know that, I think it was you. We were worried that he was going to have problems with his hearing because they used the salad tongs. That's what we called them. I don't know.
To pull him out?
Yeah. So there's a way to, a lot of doctors still do it, but not a lot. We'll go in and shift them, I guess, so that the shoulders pop out. One comes out first, and then the other one, obviously the head comes out first, but then they got to clear the shoulders. Well,
Wasn't I a C-section?
no,
Oh.
I don't think so. No, you were veggie.
I was natural.
Yep. We're gonna leave that alone. I'm not
All right.
gonna get gross about that. But anyways, so I don't know. I guess shaped downward or something, and so you wouldn't clear, you wouldn't come out. Your head was so fucking massive. No, I'm just kidding. Like you couldn't clear because of the way her body was shaped on the inside. So they had to use the salad tongs to grab around your neck and kind of pull you out till you popped out, and then they
One
turn
of the
you.
nurses walking by with the fucking dinner tray.
Yeah.
Like, hey, give me those.
I could use those right there. Grab them. Jelly.
I was born in Bakersfield.
Yeah. The streets of Bakersfield.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, and they had the little mark on his face. It's weird how their heads come out shaped when they're born natural. They, kind of cone out, and then
Right.
and you got that little soft. They got to put a little on
That's
top.
what the beanie's for.
Yep.
You shape the head right.
Sometimes, and then like, I don't know if white people do it or what, but for our family and our tradition was like when you do the belly button, after the belly button falls off, you put a faja. What's a faja? Almost like a cummerbund over where the belly button's at.
Okay.
And you put a silver dollar in there. And you lay that over so that way it's an innie, not an outie.
I kind of remember something like that. Not that we did it, but that silver dollar rings a bell for some reason.
Yeah, that was a lot of that shit. And then we did. Did your mom ever do Puerto Ricans are big into that kind of shit. Did you guys ever do if they had the hiccups, you put the little red string on their forehead?
Oh, the voodoo shit.
No, the only thing I remember is if they had a bloody nose. If we have a bloody nose, you put a penny on your forehead, and you just lay there for a little while. The copper was supposed to do something to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
And we didn't do that for our kids, but I remember having that done to me when
your wife's mother didn't do any of that stuff. Like if there was hiccups, they'd put the string on there. They'd have to have an ojo de venado clipped on the inside of their shirt when they leave the house.
No, I don't remember any of that.
No, to keep them from getting the ojo.
It's crazy. People still talk about that. A couple of the girls at work talk about that all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. Never heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
You're not that Puerto Rican, huh? I'm just saying, to follow those kind of traditions, you're not that. Are you in the Santeria? Do you have chickens that you cut and cut off the head?
No.
Altar somewhere?
No.
Pictures? I'm just fucking.
But I think I told you that my mom throws a pot of water out. That's a Puerto Rican thing. New Year's, excuse me.
Really?
Yeah. She
out with the old and with the new?
Yeah. So
kind of like that?
You're throwing out the old bad things that happened this past year.
Yeah.
Fill it with water and just throw it out the door at midnight.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before. Yeah. That's a long tradition. What other kind of stuff? Anything else like that? She ever tell you about a woman sweeping over your feet?
Mm-mm.
No. Dang.
Yeah,
I tell them all the time at work. Don't fucking sweep over my feet.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit.
It's supposed to be bad luck when a woman does that to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sweeps over your feet.
And they wonder why I get so angry about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can do that.
And then you put the red dot or the red piece of string or something red on the forehead if they have the hiccups.
That works.
And then the
all the time.
other thing with the ojo, it's a deer's eye that's been boiled and blessed, and then they pin it to the inside because some people have really strong auras, and they say that people will look at the baby and they oh God, I don't know how to say it in English. Tienen tanto cariño, like they
Right.
and they like the baby so much that they give it with strong eye, and it'll cause the baby to have a fever and become necio and cry and blah blah blah.
Something like that is ringing a bell in regards to people getting too close to the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't even know if my mother-in-law did that. Or told my wife about that.
Did they do where they le soban con un huevo, like they take an egg and cross and they jump over the candle doing the sign of the cross and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think
No, didn't get that deep into it.
Did you?
No, we didn't either.
Oh. You did?
Yeah, dog. Those long traditions, bro. Man, there was a time where I think it was Sebastian, because he used to get really bad gas when he was hasn't stopped. Started when he was a
Throw
kid.
all my shit out there. Why not?
And we used to like.
I was conceived at a comedy show.
That's why you're so fucking funny.
No, that's the trauma.
And we would have to put books under one side of his bed, like at the top of his bed, so he would lay at an angle, right?
Yeah.
So my mom, hey, would you mind if I, talking to his mom, would you mind if I did that and, clean and make sure everything's okay and blah, blah, blah. And she'd do the egg and did the candle and she'd lay him down. And then she'd crack the egg and put it in a bowl and put it under the bed. And in the morning, if the white stuff is cooked, he had eye.
Oh wow!
Or ojo.
Yeah, that's kind of it's ringing a bell.
Yeah. Yeah, she did that for all kinds of kids. All my
Did your
brothers
wife
and
ever
sisters.
say, you know what, all this crazy stuff, you parents got to stop?
No, she never said they got to stop. I remember her looking at me like, what? when I was telling her about the red string, I said, oh, he's got the hiccups. Put the fucking red string on his forehead. What are you talking about? To me, it was just, everybody fucking knows that. Put a fucking red dot on his forehead already. And all of our fucking, back then, everybody had TV guides, and all the T and the V were always gone because he always had the hiccups. But at first she was like, what are you talking about? So I had to explain it to her. She said, well, fuck it. If it works, just let's do it. I said, well, you have to believe. If you don't believe, it's not going to work. And she saw my mom. My mom picked him up one day when he had it, and she kind of rubbed his tummy, and then she put a little red string and put it on his forehead. Like that, dude. A couple seconds, he stopped having hiccups. My wife was like, holy shit. So then after that, it was kind of the funny, oh, he's got the hiccups again. Give me some red. Give me some red.
Well, my mom does, she'll bless, like, stuff. Not stuff. I shouldn't even say stuff. It's not like, but
Random
like
shit.
when we move into a house, before we move in, she'll go in there with the holy water.
And put it in all the corners.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And start reciting Spanish prayers. When we buy a vehicle, same thing. The whole car, she'll throw holy water in the interior. The truck I just got,
Really?
she blessed it. And I feel bad because, like, she gets, she really gets into it, like, she really believes. Now,
She missed a spot because you got a hole in the gas tank.
Wow.
but when she's saying, oh, please, in Spanish, please, Lord, bless my son. Please have this truck protect him if anything would happen.
Right.
And dog, she's almost starts crying when she's saying these things. I'm like, Mom, wow, come on.
Yeah.
I feel bad,
Yeah. Well, it's a strong belief, and it's what they grew up with, and they
Yeah.
followed it for so long.
Oh,
that
man.
You talk about believing shit. Try to tell an old lady like that not to do some shit because I don't believe. Oh, you better believe it. What do you mean? I didn't raise you like that. Here comes the chancla. Forget it. But yeah, do that. I mean, there's so many things like that we see growing up, and like the same with the fucking vapor rub shit. You know what I mean? They make fun of Mexican moms canela and fucking vapor rub, and you're cured on everything. Dude, my mom used to tell me all the time, hey. Because they would always tell you, hey, don't walk around barefoot, you're going to get sick.
Right.
And Asian people think the same thing. That's why everything comes from your feet, because that's the first thing that touches the ground. So everything is absorbed through your body, through your feet.
How do the Chinese believe that? They make you take your shoes off before you walk in the house.
But you have socks on.
Close enough.
So that's why she would always say, hey, if you're starting to feel sick, she says, before you go to bed, vapor rub on the bottom of your feet, put socks on, you'll be all right in the morning. Okay.
Oh, that I've never heard of.
Yeah, and I'm fine.
I mean, I thought the chest, because you're breathing in the vapors.
Right. No, they used to tell us to put it on the bottom of your feet before you get sick, and then once you're sick, yes, on your chest, have somebody put it on your back and on your neck. You're good.
Huh.
You put that shit on the bottom of your feet, you better be ready to stay in bed because it's going to soak through and you're going to slip everywhere you go. Or you're going to stain your carpet, one of the two. Yeah.
All right.
So when are you going back out with this girl again?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday?
Wow.
Well, if you go out with her Friday, she's got to come in and sit down because Friday you got to work.
No.
Yeah, we record Friday nights.
Oh, you're right. So probably Saturday. I don't know.
Or you can go out later with her. Do the podcast first. Let's do that. Next Friday show is all about giving him dating tips.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't need tips from old dated gentlemen. I appreciate that.
How to make moves.
Hold
all right.
on. What you mean, old dated gentleman?
Hey, look, it worked for him. How long you been married? 25
I'm
years?
a true player for real.
That's why he's
I'm
got
sure your
two
wife's going
exes.
to be glad to hear that.
Oh, she knows.
How you think he
Okay.
got her? How you think he landed her?
Did you hear all the stuff that your dad just said? That old school stuff that worked.
Yeah, that's
So is
superstition
so
shit,
is our
then.
dating advice.
Just got to
'Cause
believe
look,
in
he's
it.
been, how many times have you been married?
Hey, this isn't about me. We're talking about you now. I said,
But I'm
I'll
part
give
of
you
your bloodline.
Yes, I'll give you dating advice how to pick them up. I didn't tell you nothing about how to keep them.
No, you've told me plenty of times how to. And it's, well, has it worked?
I may have said it's
Yeah.
cheaper to keep her. Just remember that.
Get a new
That's-
customer.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have to bring the cousin along again?
Probably for the first part, yeah. I don't care. She's cool.
For the first part.
For the beginning, then drop her off.
It looks totally different in my head than what you mean, but yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Where do you plan on going? Anywhere in particular?
Not
Don't know yet. Not gonna. You should take her out like after you drop off the kid. Like, okay, well let's go now because now you can go. There's dining everywhere, so now you can actually take her out and go sit down and actually eat. No, it's not that.
We'll see.
Wow.
Depends.
McDonald's and a half an hour drive to Cane's and that's it. That's as far as you go. No, you gotta take her to Las Casuelas downtown, bro. Remember that?
She's obsessed with McDonald's. Why would I do that?
Really?
That's like the only place she wants to go.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
I like McDonald's.
All right. Well, take me to Las Casuelas.
Why?
Because I'm giving you dating advice. Are you not
I don't
following
need it
along?
from you.
Jesus criminy. All right, any final words, Sebastian?
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Tony,
No, I'm good.
you good? All right. All right, guys, we'll see you in a few days. Hope you like the new logo, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.